So at the library, we have a few pieces of technology that you can actually check out, and they're in circulation, so you can bring it home and use it and all that, and they can help you out. I'm going to show off some of those. It's mostly going to be the Hotspots and the different kinds we have for that, the Kindle, and then some Launchpads. So those are the things I'm going to be going over. It's just going to be kind of a general overview of them, letting you know how they work, some information about them. First, let me get into these right here. So if you are familiar, if you aren't familiar, if you are not familiar with these are a tablet, which is essentially like iPads or tablets. You can get other types of tablets. You can get some laptop/tablet type things. It's essentially a handheld computer. With these in particular, Kindles are known for reading books. They're great for having books. You can access Overdrive on this, which is the Ohio Digital Library. I did a tutorial on that a bit ago. It's the same database as Libby, so you guys can check that out too. You can also access Hoopla on here. I have not checked to see if you can get Canopy on it or not, but I'm going to assume you can. You can also get lots of games and other apps. There's Spotify on here. There's an app for Roblox apparently. There is Words with Friends. There are some other games. You can also see some videos. These Kindles are through Amazon, so if you have an Amazon account, you can get into. See, it says right here, Amazon. You can log into your account through that. You can shop. You can look at music and Audible and all that kind of stuff. But it's especially good for accessing the ebooks and audiobooks that we at the library can provide to you free through our digital resources like Overdrive or Ohio Digital Library and Hoopla and Canopy and all of those good things. So it's great for that. Just a kind of general rundown of how it works. There is a button here that locks and unlocks the screen. These are volume buttons right here. There is a spot for some headphones. You can just plug some headphones in, listen to audiobooks just from this right here. There is a charging port right there. All of these devices that I'm showing you today come in a box, and it comes with a charger to be able to plug in, and usually a little like instruction booklet too. So I'll show those in a bit. Kindle is a touchscreen, so once you open it, you just kind of slide up, and then you can move around the screen and open up different apps like Hoopla. And you can get on there and sign in. Most of these you can sign in with your library card. With Hoopla, you need to set up an account like on the internet. You can go to our website to set that up. Make sure you go through our website, set up your library card with it, and then give it an email address, and then you can sign in with your email address on Hoopla. So yeah, that is that. It's pretty straightforward. Especially if you're familiar with smartphones, it works very similarly to a smartphone. There's even a camera on it, just like that. The Launchpad here. This is a. I'm trying to not get the glare of the rest of the room in the screen, but that's proving very difficult. So this right here, the Launchpad, it's a playaway. It comes with a bunch of educational apps on it, a bunch of educational games. There's a speaker on the back here, just like the Kindle. It has those right here. If you look, it has the lock and unlock button, headphones, charging port, and this is for volume. So what you do is you click that to open it up. Then you can either reset it and start brand new, or you can hit continue. Continue is what you would normally press if you've been using it for a bit. So I'm going to hit continue to show you what's in it. There are different types of games, some about animation, Battle Station, 3D Block Junior, so building kind of things, Montessori Math City, so all educational in some capacity. I think that you gain different points as you go through in your your kid goes through and beats different levels, and so you can actually buy different things in like a little store. I don't believe those are actual money. Those are just so you can like change the appearance of what the character looks like. And then it also, oh no, thank you. It also has a parent area. This is particularly useful. So right here, this is a parent area, and it shows how much your kid has been spending on different sections depending on the game. So those different games have different components to them, and they're all educational, and it kind of racks up what the person who's been playing it has been doing. So this particular character, whoever it was, had been spending most of their time on critical thinking, math, and creativity. So it's fun. It's a little exciting. It's educational, and that's important. And yeah, so that's what the Launchpad is. You can check these out as well. Both of these are checkoutable. The Kindle does require internet. That's kind of the big thing with it, is that you need to have internet. And if you don't have internet at home, or if it's particularly spotty, you can actually check out one of these. These are our hotspots. We have 3 different kinds, just based on the different generation of when we got them. They've changed up a little bit here and there. And so I'll go through each one a little bit, just to kind of show you the ins and outs of them. So if you don't know what a hotspot is, some of you might actually have some on like your phone. If you have a smartphone, it actually will, at least I know that iPhones have a capacity to create a hotspot with their cellular data. So if you watched the tutorial on Wi-Fi a few weeks ago, what we went over was that the router sends information to your devices, and that's how you connect to the internet. The modem is what connects you to the internet, and the router sends the information to the different devices. When you're on cellular data, you're not connected to a router. You're connected to like cell towers and stuff like that. So that's how you're able to access the internet, is through that. When you use that on your phone, if you have a phone hotspot, you're essentially treating your phone as like a modem and a router. The internet is being sent to your phone. It's acting as the modem. That's how it's holding the internet. And then the phone is also sending that internet to your different device. And these do that exact same thing. So the internet is beamed into here through cell towers and stuff. And then this sends that internet. It connects to different devices, and those devices can then connect to the internet. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, it's internet in a box. That's it. It's just the internet you can hold in your pocket. You can just take it along with you in a car. You can go out into the woods. You can go away from home. You can bring it to your home if you have spotty internet. So wherever you can get cell reception is wherever you can get internet. And so these are very, very useful. If you aren't familiar with Sprint, with their cellular range, like where their connectivity is best and whatnot, we get our internet for these hotspots through Sprint. So the connectivity and the reception for these are as good as it is for Sprint. So if you want to, I'll leave below in the comment section, I'm going to put a map of the area and what the internet connectivity is like for Sprint, so you can see that, because there are some spots of the area that are particularly spotty. It's just the reception's not as good. Just the coverage isn't as good in those areas. So I'll post that in the comments so you can see if you think that it would or wouldn't work in your area. If you're unsure, you can always check it out and try. There's no harm in trying to see if it helps you out at all. But yeah, just to give you a rundown of the 3 different types we have. They all come in boxes like this. If you see this, That's a lid of a box. That's not a box. Let me show you a box. This is a box. The newest one we have comes in a box like this. But open it up. Comes with a little instruction sheet telling you how to set it up, how to turn it on, all that, as well as a charging cable. For charging, we recommend that you only charge it when you need to. When you use devices when they're plugged in, it can cause them to overheat. And so if you leave this on like for 12 hours at a time, or like you just leave it on for 4 days straight with it plugged in, yeah, it's providing internet the entire time and you have access to that, but you're overworking this a bit. And so what can happen with that, and you'll see it in cell phones too when cell phones overheat, if you're using them and you have them out in the sun and stuff like that, the backs actually start to get bigger. It's the battery expanding inside. It's not going to explode or anything, but it does drastically reduce the battery life. And it causes overheating, and we don't want anything bad to happen to this. We want to, for anybody's devices, we want to make sure that all our devices keep working. Everybody's devices keep working as long as they can. So we recommend that like you use it not plugged in, and then once it's low on battery, then you plug it in, gets back up to full battery. And then you just keep turning it on and off as you need to, instead of having to run all the time and be plugged in for 6, 7, 8 days at a time. Not that anybody's doing that, but just the point of exaggeration for the sake of explaining the point. So that's just some general information about them. These all work in slightly different ways. They all take a while to boot up, so that's something to be aware of. If you get one of these and you turn it on and you're sitting there and you're trying to mess with it and you can't find it on your phone, you're getting frustrated, don't worry about it. Just give it a few minutes. Sometimes they just take a while to start up. So with this one, this kind, if you find this kind, all these instructions are going to be in the box, but just so you know, so you see it, so you're aware. I know it helps me just to see things instead of just reading it. So you hold down the button here to turn it on. This one's actually dead right now, so it's not going to turn on. But these lights will light up, and then eventually, again, after a few minutes, it's going to show you how much battery is there. It will have a light here for it is showing internet access, and then here showing you how good that internet's going to be with if you can see, the most number of bars being the best internet. And this, yeah. So the way to connect to this, you can see on the back here, it has a password. If you you have this one, and once you set up you turn it on, you go onto your device, your phone, whatever. You go to settings, then you go to Wi-Fi. That's generally where you're going to find it on most devices. Settings, and then Wi-Fi or connect, or like wireless connection or network connection. One of those things. You're going to see something that says CoolPad. So that's the one you're going to click on. You click on that, then you type in the password on the back. Simple as that. That's as easy as it gets. So that's how that works. Now, you move on to a different one. You say, so the first time you get this one, and it's like, this is super easy. I can get it. It's easy. I know what the password is. It's written there on it. I see the name. It's written there on it. And then you get this one the next time. And there's no password on it. There's no name on it. You're confused. I'm confused. We're all confused. So what you do, you can see here it has a little screen. Once you turn it on by holding the power button down, you're going to get some different words pop up. It's going to say Sprint and stuff like that. Once you see like this, it's going to say Sprint. And power button says press power button for menu, Sprint. You see this little blue light blinking. That means it's on. The screen will turn off like you saw a second ago, but that blue light will continue blinking, which means it's on. Now, if I press the power button for menu, it's going to come up with Wi-Fi name. So that's what you're going to once you find you go to settings and you go to network or Wi-Fi or connection or network connection or any of those things. That's the one you're going to look for. You press it again, it's going to come up with the password. Then you click on that one in your settings, You type in what the password says, and then you hit connect, and you're connected to the internet. That's how you find it there. You can check out settings and then all that good stuff. It shows you how much battery is on there, how much, if you look on the front, how much battery, and then that has the type of connection, so LTE versus 3G. There's only 1 bar of reception where I am right now. It will grow from that depending on the Wi-Fi. Now this one right here is the newest one we have, and it's pretty easy to use. So right here you see the power button and a charging port, but you don't really see any other buttons on here. I guess that's true for the other ones too. I don't know why I specified this one particularly. But this one, you turn it on, you press that power button. If it's turned on, it'll open it up, and then it has a touch screen on it. And so here there are different options for turning Wi-Fi on, for allowing guests to check onto it and stuff, turning on and off the Wi-Fi, to find the information to be able to connect to the Wi-Fi. It's right here. If you see right here, it says Wi-Fi name password. So you click that, and then it's going to pop up with the network name and with the password to connect to it. So you can check out that. Yeah, and then there's also a guest network as well, which I think just doesn't allow the same, maybe for privacy's sake. To turn off all of these, all you got to do is hold the power button, and then this one comes up with a little prompt. It says shut down or restart. Let's say you're having a little issue with it or something that's kind of acting wonky. You can do restart. If you're done using it, you don't want to use it for a while, you just make sure it's selected under shutdown, and then you hit OK. It says powering off. This one right here, you just hold down that power button. It just says goodbye, and then you're done with that. This one, again, you just hold down the power button. It's dead right now, so it can't turn on or off. But you just hold that until the lights go off, and that's when that one's off. Same with these ones as well. With these different devices, if you hold down the power button, it says you want to turn off your fire, and then you hit OK. So these are what we have to check out right now for tech devices that you can check out. So if you have an interest in those, call the library to see if we have any available and if you can put one on hold. Or you can come into the library now if you want to come up, and you can come in. We're only open through the front doors at the moment. The back is being reserved for curbside pickup. So if you're there, yeah, make sure you go up to the front. You come up to the desk, you can see if we have any of these things, and then you can check them out there. So yeah, please take advantage of them. These right here, these hotspots, just so you know, just so you're aware, they are some of our hottest items. These go out pretty often and pretty quickly. So know that if you're coming in, you might not get one, and you might have to place one on hold. I believe that the hold time for them is I forget the exact amount of time. I want to say it's 7 to 10 days. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now with you on the while I'm on the video, just so I'm telling you the exact right thing. So our mobile hotspots are checked out. You can borrow for 14 days at a time. So you can have it for 2 weeks straight, and then once you're done with it, you just bring it back and turn it in, and you can connect up to like about 10 devices at a time. So this includes phones, this includes TVs, includes laptops, desktop computers. If you have like a smart fridge, that's the thing now. Everything's smart now. You can get smart mugs. You can you can maybe hook up your mug to Wi-Fi. So yeah, Faster devices, thanks for watching.